Samsung's next big thing, the Galaxy S10 Plus, is here. Well, at least for a few lucky journalists out there who got to use one a couple of weeks ahead of the official launch. Hello guys, my name is Vic with PhoneArena and we were among those lucky few, and one of the first things that we wanted to test in detail was the camera performance. The Galaxy S10 Plus is a big upgrade, purely physically, as it now features 3 cameras on its back as well as 2 on the front, for a total of 5 shooters. And since we know that these cameras will probably do a stellar job during the day, we focus on the one thing where the performance still needs improvement: nighttime photography. And what better way to learn about the camera performance than to compare the Galaxy S10 Plus against the reigning low-light camera champion, the Google Pixel 3, as well as the popular iPhone XS, to give you some perspective about the camera. So, is the Galaxy S10 Plus raising the bar in terms of low-light photos, and can it be the best current phones out there? Let's find out. We kick off this comparison with an extreme scenario. This building had no lights turned on it, and it was the middle of the night, so it was very dark outside. Not the perfect conditions for any camera, let alone a smartphone camera. We, however, know that there is one smartphone that had raised the bar for such kind of extreme photography, and we were wondering whether the new Galaxy S10 Plus had an answer to that phone. Good news is that the new Galaxy is able to pull a lot more from this dark scene than the Apple iPhone XS. In this case, the iPhone captured the most realistic looking photo, but we'd argue that this is one case where we don't want realism. We want to be able to see what's being photographed. Still, the Galaxy S10 Plus clearly has no good answer for Pixel's night sight mode. The image on the Galaxy has a lot more noise and doesn't look as good. And we have one more example to show you how far ahead Google's Nightscape mode is in such extreme conditions. You can see how the Pixel magically pulls out light, color and detail to give you a photo that almost looks magical if you compare it with our paltry human night vision. Again, the Galaxy pulls more light from this scene than the iPhone, but it also has a lot of noise and is no match for the Google Pixel. And since Night Sight also works with the front camera, you can get a usable selfie in all sorts of conditions with the Google Pixel 3. Can the Galaxy S10 Plus match that? Again, not quite, but you can see that the Samsung delivers a photo that looks better than the one from the Apple iPhone. Summing it up, those extreme candlelit types of shots are definitely not suitable for pictures unless you have the Google Pixel 3. The Galaxy S10 Plus pulls out more light than most rivals, but there is still too much noise in the images and it's just no match for Google's night sight magic. What about taking pictures at night when you actually have at least some light, so you yourself can see what you're photographing? Well, the Galaxy is a jump forward in this scenario as it captures more light than the iPhone XS. After taking hundreds of photos with the Pixel, though, we would say that it almost never hurts taking a photo using the night sight mode instead of the regular mode. In fact, we would often use night sight even during the day because it gives that extra dynamic range to an image. The extra second or so that it takes for the phone to capture the photo with this mode is definitely well worth it. Next up, here's a picture of yours truly, chilling with a glass of wine after taking a bunch of photos on this rather windy night. The Apple iPhone XS actually did best in nailing the focus, but it also noticeably underexposed the shot. We would say that none of these phones did a great job in this particular scene. Still, you can see the vivid colors of the Pixel that look good but are not quite realistic. The iPhone has the most true-to-life image when it comes to colors and even exposure, while the Galaxy holds the middle ground between the Pixel's vivid look and the iPhone's hyper-realistic shot. Next up, here's a photo that we took without the night sight mode on the Google Pixel 3. In this much better illuminated night shot, the differences between the 3 phones are quite subtle. The Galaxy S10 Plus does a fairly good job with both the colors and those hard to capture vivid neon signs. The iPhone captures the more toned down picture and has just a bit of trouble with the brightest sign on the left side of the photo. The Pixel has the most saturated photo, but also the best dynamic range, and this is a photo that impresses most at first sight. The Galaxy S10 Plus now also has a third ultra-wide angle camera that the Pixel and the iPhone lack. And while the Pixel can kind of make do with the lack of a telephoto camera, there is no way to match the look you get with an ultra-wide angle shot. While the quality of this ultra wide angle camera is not quite as great as the main Galaxy S10 Plus camera, you are able to get some incredible shots with it purely thanks to the change in perspective. There was a wall here in this picture, so we could not get further away, so it was impossible to capture the whole shot on the iPhone and on the Pixel, while with the Galaxy we captured a very memorable picture. However, you should know that in extreme low light conditions, the ultra wide angle camera is of almost no use. It's simply not able to capture as much light as the main camera on the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now finally, the Galaxy is an evolutionary better camera that captures more light at night than its predecessors. We found that the camera on the S10 Plus is also fast and reliable with an intuitive and convenient interface. Most importantly, the Galaxy probably has the best looking screen that we have ever seen on a smartphone, and this screen brings photos to life in an impressive fashion. When you have some light available, as you would most of the time, the differences between the Galaxy, iPhone and Pixel are not that striking, and all three phones capture good looking photos. The Pixel, however, captures the most light, the widest dynamic range, and its images generally look better to a varying degree, sometimes more, sometimes less. At extreme low light conditions, the Galaxy S10 Plus is just no match for the Pixel with its night sight mode. In fact, no other phone is. The Galaxy, however, has a built-in night mode that automatically kicks off in extreme low light conditions, but that takes a very long while to capture a photo and the results are not quite as good. The Google Pixel 3 on the other hand takes just a second to capture night sight photos and the results you get with it have far less noise. In conclusion, if you're looking for the best phone for night photos, that will still be the Google Pixel 3. The Galaxy S10 Plus, however, brings enough improvements in our view to pull ahead of the iPhone XS at night, and that's a great achievement on its own. And this wraps up our nighttime comparison of the Galaxy S10 Plus against the Pixel 3 and the iPhone XS. Thank you so much for watching this. Subscribe if you want to see more, like if you enjoyed watching this video, and I will talk to you in the next one.